How pay to win is AQW? Today we're going to be comparing a 0 AC class, a 1000 AC class, and a 6000 AC class. Can money really buy you the best class? The short answer is yes, but the long answer is, well, this video. Our first class is 0 AC class, which is none other than Oracle. You can get it by going shops, class shop, and over here if you scroll down, it's Oracle for 0 ACs. Now when you take a look at the class, you'll notice apart from the auto attack, there's only one skill that actually attacks an enemy. So initially my hopes aren't very high for this class, but let's check out its soloing ability. Okay, as for survivability, it seems we've probably started off a little bit too ambitious. So let's try something a bit lower, like the Groglerk. Okay, this seems to be taking a while, but at least we know it has good survivability. Okay, so conclusion for this is, it has pretty bad DPS, but its survivability is pretty good. I'm not even going to test out farming, as most of its skill only buff itself and there's no AoE attacks. However, there is one more thing we can test, and that is PvP. And never mind, it's not really that good at PvP either. I mean, for a class that costs 0 ACs, it could be worse, but it's nothing special either. I will say though, it has pretty good support, especially when fighting against quite high damage bosses. Our next class for 1k ACs is Alpha Do Mega. Once again, you can buy this class at shops, class shop, and for 1k ACs. Now this class is pretty bad in mana issues, so we're going to have to use some mana vamp, and now we should be good to go. This class's skills only target one monster at a time, so we're not going to test out farming as it's pretty bad. However, for soloing, let's test out its survivability. Okay, so for survivability isn't that great, but we could try out a lower damage boss. Okay, so somehow even with mana vamp it had some mana issues, and it can beat some low level damage monsters. On the plus side, it does have more DPS than Oracle, so you won't have to wait as long to finish fights, but its survivability isn't quite as good. In support it has almost nothing except for stun, heal, and a little bit of mana regen. The only thing left to test is PvP. And it seems also quite bad at PvP. In conclusion, this is slightly better than Oracle at DPS, but worse in pretty much every other way. Finally, we'll be looking at the 6k AC class, Timeless Chronomancer. Of course, we could take a look at many of the classes here you get for 6k ACs, and all of them are pretty good, but for now, we'll be taking a look at Timeless specifically. So in terms of survivability, it's pretty insane as it can reach 100% dodge, and DPS wise, it's probably the best in the whole game at DPS. The only downside might be how difficult it can be to learn, unless you check out my guide, which should be in the top right corner right now and in the description. In terms of PvP, it's pretty good, but it's not invincible and there are classes that can beat it. The Timeless Chrono is by far the best class out of all of these, and it was a close toss-up between Oracle and Alpha Omega. But does this mean AQW is totally pay to win and there is no hope for free-to-play players? Not necessarily, because although Timeless Chrono is insanely good, there are also some really good free-to-play classes like Void High Lord, Legion Revenant, and so on. Let me know if you like this style of videos, click the like button, subscribe, and see you guys next time.